So hello guys, what's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, your girl Barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. In our last video concerning Mohbad and the coroner's inquest that has now begun, we discussed elaborately on Wumi's testimony, and in today's video I'm still going to be bringing to you guys a number of discoveries that Wumi spilled in court, as well as several other updates that have now come to light. So without further ado, let us dive right into this video. On the issues pertaining to Mohbad, NAIRA Marley and Sam Larry, Wumi disclosed that her late husband had jumped on a popular challenge being pioneered then by one Badiosha. She said that Mohbad jumped on that challenge and won, and that was how his popularity began. She said that one day Mohbad told her that NAIRA Marley had DM'd him to come see him, and then he went. And when he returned, he updated her that NAIRA Marley wanted to sign him up on his record label. She said that she didn't feel so good about the prospect of her husband being signed on to NAIRA Marley, and that she had tried to discourage him. She said that she advised her husband that he could feature NAIRA Marley in one of his songs, but that he shouldn't sign on to the record label. But her husband insisted and convinced her that signing on to Marleyan Records is a smart thing to do, as it will help his career. And so he did. She said that contrary to a lot of people's opinion that she is a Malian girl and has always been a prodigy of NAIRA Marley, she claimed that she didn't know of the singer and only got to know of him through her husband. She said that the relationship between Mohbad and NAIRA Marley started on a very good and cordial note, but things took a turn for them and started spiraling south when Mohbad approached NAIRA Marley demanding for a change of manager. She explained that Mohbad felt that his manager was not doing enough for him, that the manager was not working hard enough to project him, to get him endorsement deals, to put him on shows, to create that brand presence and all the other many things that a manager should do. He complained bitterly that the manager was not promoting his songs, but he was doing that for other artists in the record. He felt his talent was being buried. He felt sidelined, eclipsed, and unprojected. And so he approached his boss, requesting for a change of manager, but NAIRA Marley adamantly refused. You see, this manager in question, Tunde, is NAIRA Marley's cousin, and NAIRA Marley put his foot down that Mohbad had no right to request for a manager change, that the record label will determine who his manager is, and he has no option but to work with that person. And so their differences began, and it quickly deteriorated, so that in 2022 Mohbad had to leave the record label. Before I go on, if you're watching me and you haven't subscribed, don't forget to hit the subscribe button before we continue this video. Hit the subscribe button, turn on your bell notifications, drop all your feelings in the comment section, and watch till the end because there's so much other revelations coming to light. So let's proceed. She said that when her husband left the record label, he left with nothing at all in his account. He left for his life, his peace, and his sanity. She said that they didn't have a dime to start life again, and then they began struggling to survive. She said that it got so bad for them that Mohbad's friend and fellow musician Bella Shmurda had to take up the responsibility, feeding them and housing them for 3 good months. Things were extremely difficult for both of them. She emphasized that being broke was bad enough, but that was not even the worst of their problems. She said that shortly after Mohbad left the record label, he began getting threats and intimidation. She described how Mohbad's oppressors deployed many avenues to oppress him, track him down, beat him up, disrupt his shows, and made his life a living hell. She explained that NAIRA Marley would tell everyone that Mohbad is a nutcase, that he has severe mental health issues, so brands and show promoters avoided him like the plague. She noted that Mohbad reached out to several artists, several of them, but many of them didn't want to be associated with him because of his feud with NAIRA MARLEY, who was a bigger fish in the industry. And only a few artists like Bella Shmurda chose to associate with him. She said that his oppressors paid anyone and almost everyone to harass him, and he constantly lives in fear and panic until his last breath. Even when she had jokingly asked him why he doesn't post her and their child on social media, he said that he needed to protect them, that if his enemies couldn't get him, there is a chance that they would get him through them. According to Wumi, Mohbad's visa to Canada came out only a few hours before he passed, and he was also processing travel documents for her and their child, Liam. He did that so they could both escape the looming threats. Now, that was Wumi's account on the relationship between Mohbad and his former record label boss, NAIRA MARLEY. Well, at this point, it's important that I inform us that NAIRA MARLEY and Sam Larry have both been granted bail and are no longer in the custody of the police, much to the chagrin of many people. So basically, they have been allowed to go back home. They were granted bail, and their bail conditions specified that 1, they must provide 3 sureties each. 2, they must provide a bail bond of 20 million each. 3, they must deposit their international passports in court. And 4, they must report to the state CID, that is the State Criminal Investigation Department, once every week, every Tuesday. They met their bail conditions and they have been allowed to go. Many people were not pleased with this development. They resented the fact that Mohbad was laying dead while the people who were believed to have bullied him, tortured him, and made his life a living hell are allowed to walk free. It is their earnest wish that both men be detained indefinitely and charged to court from detention and attend their trial, and from detention straight to jail. On this channel, remember that we do not discuss based on popular opinion, emotions, or feelings. We discuss facts and we discuss the law. So let me tell us what the law has to say about this situation. Due to the principle of presumption of innocence in criminal proceedings, the court will more likely grant bail to an accused person suspected of committing a crime than decline granting bail, especially when the offense is not a capital offense like murder, rape, kidnapping, or manslaughter. When I say presumption of innocence, I mean that according to law, anybody who stands accused of committing a crime has the first initial predisposition that he or she didn't do it. Yes, the law comes from an angle of a presumption of innocence in criminal matters. The onus, the weight, the responsibility then lies on the prosecution to prove that that person committed the crime. The onus is not on that person to refute the claim that he or she committed the crime. I hope you understand the difference. The weight, the responsibility is on the person alleging. He who alleges must prove. So according to the court's eyes, that accused person has not done anything until the prosecution can prove otherwise. It is a basic fundamental principle of law. So detaining someone for an extended period of time without bail counters this principle that amounts then to a presumption of guilt, and the law frowns against that. That is a wrong approach in criminal proceedings. Yes, I know that in real life, I know some of you are like, Neze, what are you talking about? We see people every day on the streets get picked up and detained for 10 years without even trial. So what is this you're talking about? Remember, I told you there is a norm and there is the law. Now, in the norm, common practice, what we see every day, we see less privileged people being at a disadvantage. People who cannot assert their rights, who do not have the resources to assert their rights, suffer this fate. But in law, for those that know their rights and have the resources to stand by it and fight for themselves, this is what the law says. So yes, Naira Marley and Sam Larry petitioned the police. They filed a fundamental human rights petition challenging the police's decision to detain them over this extended period of time. They have now been released on bail. Naira Marley and Sam Larry getting access to bail, I think, further amplifies my suspicion. My suspicion that they are not being held or linked or connected to the deaths of Mohbad. I believe that they have only been fingered for assault, and I'm going to leave a link to that video where I extensively explained this situation to you guys. I'll leave that link in the description box. Very important video. Go watch it. Because if Naira Marley and Sam Larry are being held or questioned or suspected for murder, it is very unlikely that they will be granted bail. But assault, on the other hand, is an easily bailable offense. So with every passing day and every passing decision, it is getting clearer that Naira Marley and Sam Larry are not being suspected by the police for causing Mohbad's death. So let's keep watching that space. I will continuously keep you guys updated as more and more facts unfold. To close this video, some guy who many claim is Mohbad's best friend, his bosom friend, not just his childhood friend, his right-hand man, called Hayan, have now opened up on what he thinks about these accusations making the round, fingering Wumi in the death of her husband. Let us hear what he has to say.
I just want you guys to know one thing now, like Mohbad, see why she's an innocent girl. We've been together for a long time, like from nothing to something. Am I worried? I don't have any explanation to tell anybody. I'm just feeling pain because Mohbad, when he's alive, he doesn't want anybody to come on live to say about him. He's rubbish. So now like this, I just want you all to stop about saying anything about his wife, his son, because I know everything about it, but I don't have any explanation. Do you know what you guys put that girl? She's not gonna see Mohbad forever. 6 months child old, like almost 6 months. She put 6 months. I'm not worried. Forever we do. Almost 20 something years. Okay, waku at the age mate. You guys don't know anything. The first day I see Mohbad, I saw Mohbad with Cynthia. See why she's the best. I'll show you a lot of proof. I have a lot of proof, but I don't have anything to say to you guys. This thing, I'm frustrated because I've been crying.
On the other hand, one of Mohbad's aunties have taken to social media to spit fire on Wumi. She threatened that if Wumi has a hand in whatever caused Mohbad's death, that she will never go free and she will be dealt with mercilessly. So many people suspect that this auntie and other family members have gone spiritual in the matter to demystify the cause of Mohbad's death. And some people have even encouraged that step. Well, my eyes will be on this case as always, and we will keep seeing to it, following up on this case to ensure that there is justice for Mohbad. If any useful developments or any facts, concrete evidence that can be substantiated in court, not mere words to feed your emotions, if any of such development comes up, be sure that I will bring it to your notice. Thank you for watching. So yes guys, we have come to the end of today's video. If you're new here or if you've been watching without subscribing, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up, drop all your feelings, your comments respectfully down in the comment section. What do you think about NAIRA MARLEY and Sam Larry getting bail? What do you think about Wunmi's testimony? What do you think about Mohbad's best friend and what he had to say? And what do you think about these threats coming from family members? Drop all your feelings down in the comment section. Thank you so much once again for watching. It's me, your girl Barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye.